Hello and welcome all, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. So glad you found us. In this video, I will be doing storytelling for the full moon of March for all the zodiacs. Yes, you are in my tarot playlist. All right, before we get started, a couple things I'd like to share. The full moon of March is called the worm moon, and according to Almanac and other sources, the March moon is considered the last moon of winter. And so it is ushering the spring. And yes, that's why it's called the worm moon, because it's bringing on all the little birds, all the little worms, and all these little creatures that signify the rebirth of the cycle, the starting of the cycle. So there we have that. We have an opportunity through this moon as a symbol, as a sign for us to start new, to look for fresh things, to start new projects, new beginnings. It's really that metaphoric, plant those seeds. It involves that work that allows us to go through that journey of the season during the year, and to go and at the end of that, at the end of this hard work, this beginning, this spring of our chapter, then we can reap the rewards. So common sense is, let's take advantage of the spring so that we can have something to harvest in the fall. Now, to add to this special moon is that the full moon is in Virgo, and Virgo is an earth sign. Isn't that interesting, right? And coincidentally, Virgo is the workhorse of the zodiac. So you may be picking up, or we all may be picking up, this vibe to get things done that we want to, and we want to move around, and we want to initiate things. So if you feel that antsiness and that desire to just get out and do things, you can blame it on the full moon in Virgo, influencing and inspiring us to get out and get things done. Also, keep in mind that Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury, and we are going to experience some of that influence as well. Part of that influence is going to be in the area of communication. This will give us an opportunity to focus on our ability to express ourselves. That means that certain situations will arise during the month that will allow us that opportunity. It may seem, for some, stressful situations, and for others, it may be their ability to express themselves. It could be through the spoken word, or through art, or through their persona. So keep that in mind, as that will be a key issue as we initiate, remember spring, these things throughout March. Now you would think, oh, this is just a coincidence, but guess what? Even the month of March, which would represent the number 3 in the month, as starting from January, February, March, it also brings in that amplifying the energy in the aspect of numerology. The number 3 has the vibration of communication and self-expression. So here we see that Mercury influence in the Virgo, working hard, expressing ourselves, and understanding how that dynamic is going to work throughout this month is going to be key. So there's going to be a lot of opportunity for growth. Again, that's what the number 3 vibrates, and that's what spring allows us to do as we plant those seeds. What is it that you want to grow in your life as we move forward throughout the year? All right, let's get started. So before we do, I do want to share the stone of the month, and this is called chalcopyrite, and it has many colors depending on how the light hits it. I got really lucky with this stone because this one actually has a little mini crystal in it, so it's got like high energy to it and a high vibration. So this particular stone is really interesting to me because it contains copper, so it has a lot of great energies to it as well. It is said to help with the chakras because it does contain the full rainbow. This particular stone doesn't show all the colors, but nonetheless, I liked it mostly because it had this extra amplified energy of a crystal in it. It is said to have transformative energies and helps align all the chakras, as well as help expand the mind to open it to higher realms. Many people like to carry chalcoprite because it's known to bring good luck, and either they'll keep it in their pockets, put it in a pouch, or like I do, or around their neck with one of these little doohickeys. You open them up and you put the stone in there. This one, they have different sizes. This one's a little small, but if I try, I could probably put it in there, but I don't want to damage this piece. And chalcoprite is sometimes referred as the peacock stone. And you could see these beautiful colors, and coincidentally my neighbor, she raises peacocks, and she gave me a peacock feather. And here you have it. And you could see the beautiful colors are reflected in the stone as well. And coincidentally, the spiritual meaning of a peacock feather is associated with divine power of creation, that renewal. And here we are in March, where spring is coming forward and we have a lot of renewal. So a lot of good vibe is coming through for our reading of March. Let's go ahead and get started here. All right, we will start with the zodiac that dominates this month, which will be Aries. Aries. All right, Aries. Okay, Aries, we have the Four of Pentacles showing up for you, and it is a sign that, hey, there's going to be a lot of opportunities, but this is not the time for you to be rushing into anything. We're talking about job security. We're talking about financial stability. We're talking about relationships. We're talking a lot about a lot of things that are going to show up that you're going to be holding close to the vest for yourself. Four resonates with the vibration of organization. And it is confirmed by looking at the image here that we see someone that's trying to hold on to things because right now you feel secure where you're at with your work, with your money, with your relationship, even with yourself. And so there's a sense that you want to control things and to keep things stable for yourself. And that's where you're going to find yourself as you're heading into this spring. Be cautious that in the area of relationship, you don't become too clingy or too needy, because that could give off a sense of insecurity. And when some things are secure and stable, some people have a tendency to get worried that it's too good to be true. The best thing is stay focused on the things that are working, and you got here through making some good choices, and enjoy where you're at. Okay, so this is in the reverse. What we see here is that the new moon in Sagittarius is saying luck is on your side. So remember the warning I just said? It says to stay focused on what is good and what is working. If you begin to worry about situations because you're trying to hoard or you're trying to protect something, then things more likely are going to start unraveling for you. So this is to just go with the flow and allow things to continue to unfold for you. So far, it's proven good. In the relationship, see this holding on, this kind of the same feeling here. When you see the arms here, you have that same feeling of holding on. Sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. So, and that is the place to start. It's not from fear, it's not from jealousy, it is more of honoring the sacred union, honoring what you do have working for yourself. And lastly, for Aries, I am surrounded by angels. And what a better message here. I am surrounded by angels, knowing that things are right where they need to be, secure and stable. If you focus on the beauty of what you have in this relationship, and know that it is all here as you treasure and honor that relationship, and that there is divine protection and guidance in your choices and decisions. Aries. Next one is Taurus. Okay, another beautiful card, and also a number 4. So this 4 is a great theme. And now for our Taurus, it's about stability, it's about family, it's about celebration. So who knows, might be something to celebrate in your job, a promotion, or could be an engagement moving forward in a relationship. Really interesting celebration. And so for Taurus, great message reminding you that there's going to be a lot of projects that you're going to start, and they're going to be really important. You're going to be reaching some milestone and goals and worthy of celebration. So here with the 4 of Wands, while you may be working on planting new seeds, you're also celebrating something really important that's coming and showing up in your life. Oh, and this one has Sagittarius too here, but here it's the full moon in Sagittarius. Look at the bigger picture. And so great things in relationship to this situation is going to open up a bigger doors. If this is a relationship that's now going to the next level, there's more things to move forward to. If this is a promotion at work, greater opportunities are going to show up. Or if this is some type of a business or income opportunity, there's going to be more things surrounding this opportunity that's showing up. And so as you do that, look at the big picture, because a lot of things are going to take you to new areas and new goals in the relationship. Healing. So this has to do with a relationship that may have had some issues in the recent past, but here it's talking about healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So know that no matter what's going on, you'll be able to move forward, because this relationship has gone through some trials and has gone through the test of time. And lastly here for Taurus, honesty is the best policy. So as you deal with this relationship, as you deal with the many things that are showing up, and because it was upside down, don't be tempted to hold anything back, especially when it comes to this person in your life, because you've already been through a few things and you are crossing over to something really positive and beautiful. So here, this is all about honesty is the best policy. So stay true, stay honest in all your dealings, business or personal. Gemini. All right, Gemini. Again, you're in a place, Gemini, that you need to kind of slow down and assess things. Take a break here so that things can fall into place. You can really only work on one thing at a time. It looks like you want to try a lot of things and really excited about that. As I mentioned with this Virgo moon, you really want to get busy, but the energy here is telling you, hey, slow down. I've got better things for you. And as you slow down, you'll get these inspirations that are going to line up for you, and you'll be able to take better action and trust your intuition. So definitely, Geminis, take a breather, take a break. You don't have to rush this season and put a lot of things down and move forward with a lot of things. One great idea is all you need, and you're gonna need to give it time for it to get fertile. Okay, the moon card here in reverse. Let's see what this says. It says, nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. But remember, this is in the reverse. So now that you're focusing, if you follow this message that you're receiving from Spirit here, this is about, hey, take the one idea you have and move forward with it. Here in the upside down, it says nothing will come of this. But you see now that instead of jumping on all 4 of these ideas or all these things that are being presented in your life, this one, if you take time to allow Spirit to guide you, you will know clearly which one it is, and you will be able to take action with that. In the relationship for our Gemini, what do we see here? By looking at this image here, not all seems to be revealed, but you do have your eye on something. So what could that be? Look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. So as we could see also, as it relates to this situation, as you can focus on one thing at a time, and maybe there were some things that were trying to distract you, but here it's just saying, look within your heart. And you will know the truth of this relationship. You will know the truth. And all these things that other people are trying to feed you about this person may go off to the side as you focus and allow deep within your heart and allow yourself to really stay focused and feel what is right. And ultimately, Gemini, here again, this one is in the reverse. See this from a higher perspective. Okay, so like this, you were just staying too busy and too grounded. So whether it's a business that's showing up, an opportunity, or this relationship here, it's important for you to see this from a higher perspective. One of the things that you can do is try to put yourself in a place as not who you are now, but who you are after you've learned this lesson, and see what can be drawn into you about this experience, and you get to see it from a different perspective. You could also try, if this is a business or a personal situation, to try to put yourself in the shoe of the other person and see what they're going through. Just allow yourself that flexibility to feel what they're going through emotionally, financially, spiritually. And then just as you observe that, then come back to you, to this present moment, and figure out what is the best way to proceed. Okay, next one up is going to be Cancer. Okay, this is a breakthrough for Cancer. With the Two of Swords. So this is time for you, and we see that there were some things that you were not sure, because there was a lot of raw emotion still involved in the situation. And because we see it like this in the reverse, what the meaning is now that whatever you had coming, whatever was showing up in your life, you now have a better idea on how to move forward with this. As now in the reverse, the Two of Swords is saying, hey, I'm dropping the swords. My hands are free. I'll be able to take action and take off my blind and see this situation for what it is. And that's what we're being asked here for our Cancer. Take the blind off. See the things for what they are, not for what you think they are, not for you imagining it to be, but see them for what they are. And from that perspective, you will be able to know exactly what to do next. The Moon message here is coming from the gibbous moon. You're very close to achieving your goal. So see that how close you are, Cancer, that as soon as you remove the veil, as soon as you drop these old ideas and you can see what is really there, you're going to say, wow, I was making a mountain out of the molehill. But now that I can see the situation, I'm going to be able to take some action because I'll be closer to achieving my goal. Very good message for Cancer. In the relationship, what we see here is trusting. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So that's what you see here. And as we begin to see, because now we can see and we can trust not only ourselves, but we can trust what we are seeing, then we can get closer to our goal. And as we trust and accept this current situation, guess what? Automatically it will transform. And your ultimate message is, it's in the reverse. Let's see. Living with purpose brings the prosperity. So here is the message that as you, because these two are upside down, so things are a little bit blocked financially perhaps, or there's an investment that you want to make or a purchase, but because you had the blinders off, because I'm using that, Cancer, in the past tense, because I know now that you know this, you'll be able to, just like the red car, you don't see a red car, but the minute you're told that there's a red car, you see lots of red cars. That's the same thing. You're going to be able to take off the blinders, identify the situation, and guess what? Go back to what? Your purpose. And living with purpose brings me prosperity. That's your mantra, Cancer, for this month. Receive it. Take action. All right, the next one is going to be for Leo. Okay, Leo, great news for you. Apparently there was some money or an investment that's going to show up for you. This is going to bring you great stability, feeling a sense of security, something that you've been needing and wanting, and being able to now manage the things that you have. This opportunity is going to create a fertile ground for making investments, whether it's personal, financial, or emotional. The territory and the ground is going to be ready for you to plant your seeds, and you have the ability to manage what is going to be showing up in your life. So here with the King of Pentacles, beautiful message. So this here is also going to put you in a position to achieve greater goals, to expand your territory. And here we see this in everything that's showing up in your career, in your home life, and in your being. Leo, what does the moon say? Okay, the moon is in the reverse. So let's see what's showing up with this powerful message here from the King of Pentacles as we read it in the right side up. Take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So now remember, it's in the reverse. And so as you're here in this stability, you're going to have to grab this momentum. This is not about sitting back. This is about, hey, you've got to strike while the iron is hot. There's going to be opportunities to invest in. There's going to be decisions to be made, and you're going to be able to use these resources. But the important thing is you cannot sit back. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. In the relationship, someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. So you might find out that it's interesting that you may have someone has a personal love interest in you, or someone that really admires your achievements and your steadfastness and your generosity and kindness. As we step into the final message for our Leo, okay, this is in the reverse. What does it say? I am supported on my path. So keep in mind with this beautiful message from the dragonfly as a spirit guide for you for this month coming in for March. Dragonflies symbolizes transformation, self-realization, and adaptability. So here it's also showing emotional and mental maturity, which we see it also as the king, because when you start on that path of the 1 through the 13 in numerology, as the deck of cards go all the way to the king, which really is the 14, and again the number 4, 1 plus 3 is 4, which we showed over here several times, we see that is being resonated. We see that the message of the spirit animal for you for this month is resonated in the King of Pentacles, symbolizing emotional maturity, mental maturity. The king is someone who has attained a lot and has learned all this and has a sense of maturity and a deeper meaning of life. So as you reconnect with that part of you, remember that you are supported on your path. So if you have time, if you notice here, you may have to challenge yourself, because you need to take action on the opportunities that are showing up for you. And keep in mind that not be afraid, because you are supported on your path. So don't let fear get the best of you. This is your mantra. I am supported on my path, Leo. Okay, the next one up. Virgo. Okay, Virgo, 7 of Wands. Okay, so here we see someone that is struggling Someone is trying really hard, has many challenges in front of them, but guess what? Lucky 7 is on your side. In its pure sense, the number 7 resonates and vibrates with the energies of faith, spirituality, inner wisdom, good luck, and all these things that bring us into manifesting and puts us on the path of good fortune. So we see that, but we see that it came in the reverse as it relates to the wands. And this is the first one on this deck here showing up with the Virgos. And it's interesting because this full warm moon is traveling through Virgo. So you are being challenged. And we know that you Virgos are the workhorses. You want something done, you go to a Virgo. But here, there's going to be some opposition. We see this here, and you're probably struggling too much. Maybe you're avoiding doing something. Maybe you're avoiding a situation. And this, you need to stop, because the longer that you postpone this, the longer that you refuse to address what is the pink elephant in the room, which whatever that may be showing up for you, whether it's financial, emotional, spiritual, relationship, these things, or your health, physical, you need to face it on, because if not, it's just going to continue to present itself as a challenge in your life. And taking the defensive or no action is not a solution. But you will be challenged in March to deal with something that needs to be resolved in your life, unless you want more of it. Do you really? The moon says, hey, new moon in Aries energy, it's time to take action. Hey, remember this? You didn't want to? Well, this message from the moon is saying, hey, you need to take action on this. No more sitting on the sidelines. Take action. Wow. Aren't you? I'm amazed. And in love and relationship, without turning it over yet, I love this card. I see this person here kind of trying to protect themselves, feeling vulnerable about something. And being that it's green, it has to do with the heart. And maybe with the blue in the back, not being able to express everything, but wanting to. What does it say? It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So here, the vulnerability and just you and that rawness is saying that maybe this relationship that you're in, maybe it's kind of off-sided where you are doing everything, you're doing the heavy lifting, and maybe this is a time that you need to pull back. Take some time alone and go on a road trip to get your thoughts together, to kind of have that sense of just you making decisions, thinking about you. Only you don't have to consult with anybody, because you need to do it for you. Take action. And lastly, another one that's upside down. It's okay to feel what you need to feel. So you see these two cards here resonating with that. Maybe this action has to do that you need to make a decision about this relationship. Maybe it's not very healthy for you because it's been more about the other person, and because you're very caring and thoughtful. So you're just all about that. But you know what? It's not healthy for you. And here with this card, as we read it right side up, it is okay to feel what you need to feel, because you've been giving up most of everything for this other relationship or other relationships. Maybe too much for the family, maybe too much at work, and you know, you're not honoring your own feelings. Okay, next one, Libra. Oh, I love this already. See the balance, see the two. Okay, Libra, the High Priestess is here, connecting you with your spirituality, the duality, the balance. So here, as we see this person here with a lot of symbols of not only prosperity, but also we see her with a lot of religious symbols. The Torah, the cross, the globe, the half moons, the moons at her feet, the flowing of her outfit, which seems to just flow like water, emotions, and she is related to the moon. The number 2 is related to the moon. And then we see the dark and white pillars of Boaz and Jabez. So here we are seeing that there's things that you need to be aware of as you seek for these answers. They're actually within yourself. Sometimes when you go outside, the noise gets too loud. But when you pull in then and see the things from within you, you're going to find out that these answers are true as they apply to what is showing up in your life, whether it's in love, in career, or money. Okay, in the reverse, we see Taurus. In the full moon energy, your dreams need a practical plan. And here, right now, it's not about the plan, but it's more about the trust. And sometimes for you, Libra, you want everything kind of written down. And this is a moment in your life that you're going to need to allow things to flow. Even though Taurus is about that practical plan, it's not asking you for that right now. Now it's asking you as the high priestess, trust your intuition. You have done the homework. The plan's already there. Now you've got to take action and trust your intuition. In love and relationship, I could already see the transformation of the butterfly and the intuition, the trusting. Let's see. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. See what I mean? So you don't need the plan anymore. You need to trust your intuition. And the message for you, Libra. Okay, here we go. Right side up. Facing my shadow removes darkness from the world. So there you go. It's in the reverse. You just need to now take action. You need to trust. And even though you might be uncomfortable in that darkness, as you step into it and you open your eyes, then you see the answers. Guess what? The shadow falls off. Okay, next one's going to be Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, looks like you're recovering from some emotional loss, some pain, some suffering. So let's see right side up. 8 of Cups. As we focus on the numerology aspect of this particular card here, the number 8 resonates with authority and personal power. So it looks like, you know, as it was in the reverse, you have gone through something and it has been really emotionally draining. And there has a sense of a loss of that power. And as you're going through and addressing that for yourself at a heart level, you're beginning to now heal from this situation. But the number 8 itself is telling you to gain back your power so that you can begin to manifest and attract abundance and prosperity. And you can open up to identifying what was the wisdom of this experience. As it is now for the imagery here, in this sense, we see all these cups are now falling off. This person has already walked towards the past. The situation is behind him. But here what we see is that you might be stuck in between that space of still not sure how you're going to move forward. And if this is in response to a relationship, maybe you're willing and wanting to stay in it because you just don't know any better. Maybe this relationship is toxic, whether it's a working relationship with a business or a partnership, or a relationship that's personal. This is saying that you may be affected here in this month to deal with relationship issues in personal life or maybe at work. And financially, maybe you're going to need to make some tough decisions and you're not sure how that investment or that financial decision is going to be in any investment in your emotional bank account. So a lot of things are going to be tough for our Scorpios. And it's funny because here we have a moon with the water and Scorpio is about water. Okay, let's see what's next here for the moon message. Your commitment is being tested. The first quarter moon is showing up here. It's interesting. The moon's here. You have moon here and moon here, but they're testing you. So this situation is a test. It's happening again. It's almost like a pattern that is happening to show you something. And are you willing for this to be the final exam? Or are you going to need to stay in this class so that you can master this thing at an emotional level? In the relationship, So we see the sense of that shaded moon as we see this face somewhat lit and somewhat shaded. Let's see. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. So here we see that it's about being honest, being true, and getting your emotionals in check. Are you staying in this relationship for other reasons that are not sincere? Or will you have the courage to, seek something better? Don't you deserve something better? Don't you, like all of us, deserve real love, real joy, and happiness? And what is awaiting for you? Let's see. See? Where there's a will, there's a way. Scorpio, where there's a will, there's a way. We see the journey from the poppies, usually associated with that loss, towards the daisies, which is about life. Hey, that's me, Daisy. But here we see a bunch of daisies here as you're heading up to more cheerful and joyfulness in your life. Will you choose that, Scorpio? Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, number 12, the end of something and opening up to that number 3, because 12 gives you the number 1 and 2, open for growth and communication. You've been hanging around, kind of letting things flow. That's what this is showing you. The mind has been guiding you here where you've been putting your steps, even though you're here hanging, but you have been seeing things from a different perspective and bringing it to the ground level. And so bringing it back to that number 12, the 1 about those beginnings, the number 2 about the balance, and in general, that number 12 is here kind of saying, don't be slowed down by your old habits, because there are some things that need changing. And here it's now look forward to the new things that are going to be showing up in your life as positive opportunities that are going to get you closer to your goals and identifying new things for your life. So here, take a look at different ways to do things in your life that may improve the quality around you, whether it's at home or at work or in your routine. And you might find that here, while we are entering the spring, this may be the time that you need to kind of slow down and wait for things to come to you. Sometimes you want to rush towards things, but here it's the mastery of being able to slow down, stay in the space, and receive what is showing up in order for you to achieve the success you want, is sometimes waiting for the proper opportunity, the proper moment. And when all those conditions are right, believe me, divine intervention will show its way and open the doors for you. So for you, March might be that waiting time so that you can get the best out of all the things that you are ready to receive. The moon itself says, believe in the impossible. So this blue moon here is kind of saying the hanging around is because you trust in divine timing. And so that is how these two beautiful cards are bringing a message to you. Don't rush the process. Believe in the impossible. Divine timing is working. Oh, wow, look at this, the moon, and this beautiful energy, the lotus showing up, the rainbow of opportunities, and the promises that God has made for us. Freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So either can push the process or allow it to flow and believe in the impossible. And what does this message say? Okay. The world is blessed to have you. And this one here in the reverse just saying you need to understand that you are in the world now because there's something special, because you're in it. And sometimes you think, well, I'm not the president, or I'm not a Kardashian, or whatever their names are, or I'm not an Einstein, but there's something that you are bringing that without you being in it, the world would not be the same. So remember that. Use this, Sagittarius, as your mantra. The world is blessed to have you. Don't think otherwise. All right, next one is for Capricorn. Capricorn, Queen of Wands. You're going to be influenced by a fire sign, possibly Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. It's beautiful energies coming through, and there's going to be a lot of blessings for you. There's a sense of movement, there's a sense of passive movement, of spirituality, of growth and management, and the ability to take action, but in a very kind of stoic way here. For me, I see the Queen as the number 13. And for me, the number 13 is a lucky number. And here we have the attributes of that 1 and 3, that theme of 4 that's been showing up. 1 plus 3 is 4. So here it's about progress, fulfillment, and also that individual expression. As the 13, this is about, there are going to be maybe some upheavals in your life that are going to take place in this month, but you are going to be in total control, because these will now make way for new opportunities. Without these things happening in this month, Capricorn, you wouldn't be able to move forward for the great things that are coming your way. So these are just the beginning for you. All right. And here, the moon message. Full moon in Capricorn. Isn't that something for you, Capricorn? This one is now vibrating and bringing you the message. The end of a tough cycle approaches. So this is beautiful because, as I was saying, this energy here is the upheaval with the number 13 in it. But it's going to create fertility. It's going to create fertile ground for the great things. So that cycle of your life is going to be over. And all I can say is, hip, hip, hooray. Okay, and here we have a couple here embracing and kind of really feeling oneness here. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So taking your relationship and bringing that sweetness that friendship brings will improve your relationship on all sides. Okay, and your final message, Capricorn. All right. Have to have a little more confidence here and believe on all this. Look, manifesting is my superpower. That is your mantra, Capricorn. So as you begin to embrace that this tough cycle is over and nurture your relationships, and also see all that is happening in your life is for a reason. It's to end this and bring this last chapter for you. Then you begin to, guess what? Understand that you are a manifester. The next one up is Aquarius. All right, Aquarius, what do we have here? Okay, Aquarius, there's going to be some hesitation. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune, but that Wheel of Fortune, you don't want to spin it. You're hesitant about something. What is going on with you? So we see here that number 10 in the numerology influence here. 10 is that journey of 1 through 10, right? When we get to 10, it's like the end, the final hurrah. We've been through the journey of 1 through 10. We've gone through experiences of an idea. Then we meet people. Then we grow. Then we manifest. And then we attain. And that 10 breaks it down back to the beginning, because when you take 1 plus 0, we now are in an outer growth, a new cycle, new things. So the 10 is pretty much saying that maybe here, as a 10 in reverse, there's a little slowdown. There's still going to be some things that you have to deal with before this situation is finalized. And in the reverse here, as we see, there might be a sense that you might want to be controlling things a little bit there, Aquarius. But the lesson here is to let go, to let things flow, to let things roll through, and to go with that moment and experience the present moment in its rawness. So there could be a lot of things that are affecting Aquarius right now for this month of March. Could be something in the relationship, something on the outside is trying to affect this relationship, or in your career or work. There could be some issues that you need to adapt at work, and new things that are rolling out, and you're having a little struggle with making those changes. And possibly financially, there could be some issues with some unexpected situations that are going to show up financially, and things that you're going to need to deal with, obviously. So Aquarius, interesting month that you have, but definitely something to address on a karmic level so that you can get past this and get to the finished part of this cycle of your life. So we have another card in the reverse, and it is Scorpio showing up. It's time to release negativity. So the full moon in Scorpio energy is saying that maybe you're not coming into terms with something from your past that you need to kind of let go. But the way that you're seeing things, you're either trying to hold on to it or you're not seeing it from its positive point of view so that you can move forward. In the relationship, I see this beautiful card. We see these big hearts up there and then some little hearts here. And what is it? When it comes to matters of the heart, there's no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And I like how, in this sense, it is talking about choices, because the Wheel of Fortune is about making choices. And you're saying, well, what is it? How could that be a choice if I don't know where it's going to land? But you see, you are in control. You are in control because if you make the choice to spin the wheel, wherever it lands, whether it's a life lesson that is a little painful or something that is joyful, you spun it. You showed up for life and you spun it. And so that's the same thing. There is no right or wrong. And the final message for you, Aquarius, also another upside down, I clear my energy field. So it's about letting go of this past thing, letting go of the issues that you've created here. See, it's time to release negativity. So here, in the same sense, this is your mantra, Aquarius. I clear my energy field. All right. Okay. And our last one here is for Pisces. All right, Pisces. Come on, my Pisces. What do you have? Oh, look at that. A little fish for my Pisces. We got a lot of water, a lot of good news is coming your way emotionally. A lot of good things are going to show up. You're going to be receiving really good news that's going to be uplifting, something that you're going to be able to move and take some action with. And what better news? And there's another little message here, because this might be a love reading for some of you. If this resonates with you, it could be that you might be a little hesitant in telling your feelings to this other person. But you know what? This is the time. Spring is in the air, and this is the time to reveal your emotions and release your true feelings to this person. And understand that there is no feeling that is insignificant. Whatever it is your feeling to express. And you don't need to keep your guard up. This is all about letting go and expressing yourselves. So in general, what we see here for our beautiful Pisces is this is going to be a month of great new messages, really finding creative ways to do the things that you're doing, whether it's at work or in your career, and financially, a chance to kind of daydream a little bit, but slow down and not make the investments right away. You need to really see the plan formulate itself a little bit more realistic before you make any financial decisions. Okay, now on the moon side here, let's see what we have. Waxing moon is saying the energy is gaining momentum. Like I said, you are really kind of growing into this, and a lot of new things are going to be showing up for you. So that energy is there for you. Beautiful. And here in the relationship where we see this kind of things entwining, I could feel this energy. Definitely I could feel that for our Pisces. This is definitely a love reading, something in the relationship, and things are really taking shape. So let's see what this says. Power. Whoa. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So as we see that the energy is getting momentum, as you're willing to express whatever that may be, this is about knowing that the power's been with you. You've had it all along. Okay, and the final message for Pisces. Okay, because look, I am fulfilled by love. So as you gain this understanding, as you own this message here, this thing, like I said, I felt it that this was going to be a love reading. Start understanding that this is your mantra. I am fulfilled by love. All right, Pisces, there you have it. So awaken to this, activate it in your life, receive it, okay? And our final message for all of us, it's going to come from our angel deck here, our angel card. And the message is, closing our message with, focus. So beautiful message from this angel saying, as we enter March, use this beautiful energy that we've shared. We've been talking about the full warm moon, which is all about those planting those seeds. Let's stay focused so that we can have a great harvest in the fall. And there you have it. And before you go, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and please do share the channel with your friends and come back often. Be blessed.